Hello everybody and welcome to DRL TV. I am your host James Panoff, and tonight I bring you the Dynasty Racing League Cup Series Dover 200 for the fourth race of the 2019 Cup Series playoffs. This is the first race in the second round. We've eliminated 4 drivers. We're now down to 12, and at the end of the third race in this second round, 4 more will be eliminated. As we take a look at our point standings, you see there the 12 drivers advancing to this second round. We have Wade Hustad with 7 wins this season. He has a nice points cushion to begin this round. Thomas Harmon, Logan McNally, Chris Lucky, Richard Lucky, Chris James, Mike Springer, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Spencer Tart, John Theodore, Jim Westfield, and Dustin Musil are the 12 drivers. The 4 drivers that were eliminated after the first round are John Mullins, Joseph Hell, Anthony Burrows, and Eric Wolf. Those guys had a fantastic season up to this point, and they'll have to wait until next season to try to win the Dynasty Racing League Cup Series Championship. As we take a look at qualifying, Logan McNally is currently attempting his qualifying run. As he comes off turn 2, he walled up pretty heavily. That's going to affect his qualifying effort. Looks like he's going to try to restart if he can. I think he already attempted 2 laps. He's going out there, but let's take a look at who else is on track, see if we can get a qualifying lap in for Chris James in the brand new paint scheme. Nice black and white for him. Coming off turn 4, he crosses the line. Coming off of turn 2, let's go to the cockpit camera and watch him take clean 4. As he dives down into 3, gets back on the gas, coming off of turn 4. Little wiggle there, but he should be okay. He crosses the line. Currently 3rd with the 22.438, not too bad for him. See if he'll be able to improve on his second lap. Crosses the line, and it looks like he will not improve, so currently 3rd with the 22.438. Wade Hustad just moved himself up to the pole position with the 22.310. Looking at who else is on the track, Thomas Harmon setting a 4th place lap time of a 22.383. Down the back into turn 3, we'll see if he's able to improve his lap time. Turn 4, coming off of turn 4. Right up against that outside wall, he crosses the line, and he does not improve. 4th place for him. 1 minute left. Last week's winner, Adam de Blasio, picking up his first career Dynasty Racing League victory. Currently 6th. We'll see if he can improve. Down into turn 3 he goes. Through 3 and 4 off the corner. And he does not improve. And that should do it for qualifying. Looks like everybody has attempted with 20 seconds remaining. Wade Hustad will be sitting on the pole. We'll see if we can grab him for a quick interview. As the field prepares to grid. Hey, Wade Hustad, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Hey JP, I got you.
Well, Wade, starting the second round off strong. Pole here at Dover. You got 200 laps on this 1 mile concrete oval. What's it going to take to get that win and lock yourself into round number 3?
Not taking down the corner exit walls and keeping Caden behind me. He's going to be keeping us honest tonight, and we don't want to burn up that right front. So if we can keep it out front, we should have a good race.
Now, you do have a pretty good points cushion to start this round. Obviously, you want to try to get that win. If you can't do it tonight, of the 3 tracks in round number 2, what do you think would be your second best shot at the win?
I think if we can't get it tonight, next week's going to be kind of a crapshoot. So I'm going to go with Kansas. Usually we're pretty strong there, but everybody with this new package is fast. So it's going to come down to strategy and getting out front again and staying that clean air. So we want to cross our fingers and win tonight.
Alrighty, Wade, well, we're about to roll off here. Good luck to you, and hopefully we'll talk to you at the end of these 200 laps.
Thanks, man. We'll make this interesting for you.
Sounds good. And that was Wade Hustad. As we take a look at our starting grid, Wade Hustad currently on the pole. Caden Honeycutt, who he mentioned, will be starting alongside him. Starting in the 3rd position, we have Richard Lucky in that number 41 and Thomas Harmon in the 68. 5th place goes to Chris James. He's been having an excellent run here in the playoffs. 7th goes to Logan McNally. Chris Lucky starting 8th. 9th goes to Bill Edwards, and 10th is Taylor Butcher Benjamin. 11th goes to John Mullins. He missed the cutoff for this round, but he's looking to redeem himself and hopefully pick up a win. John Theodore starting 13th, Mike Springer 15th, and Dakota Wilkins is race control tonight. And that'll do it for the grid here for the Dynasty Racing League Cup Series at Dover. As the pace car brings him off onto the backstretch. These guys haven't ran at Dover since earlier in the season in May, so we'll see what happens and what's the difference between now and back in May, how these guys can compete. As pace cars getting ready to dock off, for Wade Hustad, bring him to the green. Pace car is off. Wade Hustad brings him around turn 4, and we are underway here at Dover. Caden Honeycutt with a huge wiggle there, but he's able to maintain. That might open the door for Richard Lucky to get around him. Down into turn 2, side by side for 3rd place. Thomas Herman looking to the outside of Richard Lucky. Lucky able to clear him. Now we have de Blasio and Logan on the outside, Chris James on the inside. Tight racing coming off before. It's 88 looks to be in the inside of de Blasio. He's going to try to take that position away. Tight off of turn 2, still side by side into 3. Looks like they're going to single file out. Try to get some of these laps off the board before they really go at it. A little farther back, we have John Mullins and Bill Edwards battling for the 10th position. John Mullins right behind them with Spencer Tartan at 28. Looks like Bill Edwards is just going to let everybody go by as he's maintaining the high line, and everybody's passing him. Going back up front, we see this huge battle going on for 3rd. Blasio going to look to the inside of Chris James. Not quite going to have enough. But it's Caden Honeycutt diving to the inside of Wade Hustad through 1 and 2. Let's see if he's able to do anything off the back stretch. Going into turn 3, looks like he has a nose advantage. Pulling away through 3 and 4. Hustad's going to let him have it. Caden Honeycutt, your new leader. As the battle for 3rd is continuing with Richard Lucky, Thomas Harmon, Chris James, Adam de Blasio, and Logan McNally. And then a huge pile behind them. Theodore, Spencer Tarr, Chris Lucky, Justin Houston, Caleb Richmond, and all playoff drivers back here, 7th on deck. Oh, that's very tight off of turn 4 between the 88 and the 25. 88 got loose, he's able to file back in behind him. Thomas Harmon looks to be getting around the 41. Looks like he'll be able to clear him. That opens the door for Chris James to try to get around him as well. And Adam de Blasio, as he's to the inside of Richard Lucky. Richard Lucky losing 3 positions in 1 lap. Gonna make it 4 if Logan's able to stick his nose to the inside. Looks like he will be able to. On water with Richard Lucky, currently in the 7th position. See John Mullins right behind him. Theodore to the inside of Mullins. He's going to try to make a pass happen. Spencer Tarr giving it a 64, a nice push down the front straightaway. John Mullins hanging tough on the outside. Best of John Mullins, moving to the 9th position. Looks like he'll be able to clear him. And Dustin Musa makes contact with the 64. That's going to bring out a caution. Chris Lucky, nowhere to go. He's involved. That is not good for playoff contender Chris Lucky. A lot of damage to his machine. He might be done for the night. See, the nose is wiped clean off his machine. As we're going to take a look at that previous lap. Going to go on board with John Mullins as they head into turn 3. Dustin Musil gets a nice rotation through the center as he comes off the corner and he ends up hitting him. Then as John Mullins locks it down, the 77 just had nowhere to go and absolutely clobbers him. As you see all that damage 64 has, it looks about the same as Chris Lucky. Both of them are going to be in the pits. Justin Musil doesn't look like he has too much damage, but he definitely did hit the front end of his machine. As we're going to watch this race off pit road, everybody's coming down for fresh tires. 15 laps complete. As Mike Springer elects to stay out, he's probably just trying to get that bonus point. Left sides go up. As he drives out the pit stall, looks like Wade Hughes will be Caden Honeycutt off. Battle for 3rd. Chris James might have had a nose on the 25. Thomas Herman right behind them. There goes Mike Springer down to pit road, so that'll give the lead to the 32 of Wade Hustad. As it looks like John Mullins has disconnected from the race, so his night is over with. Seeing if we can go back to that last wreck we had with the 77 involved. Gonna rewind it back a little farther real quick. Gonna go on board with him. See it all go down. You can see the group of cars all in front of him. Chris Lucky just chewing down the latch. You see Mike Springer go by him right there. Coming off of 4, you see the wreck happening. It looks like the 77 was avoiding the 12 of Mike Springer, who was slowing up. Chris Lucky moved to the inside, and John Mullins was right there in his path. It's very unfortunate. As you see, Dustin Musil is back down on pit road. Field is double stacking. We're about to go racing once again. His car gets ready to duck off. We're about to go racing once again here at Dover. His car pulls into pits. Wade Hustad going to bring him to the line. And we are underway once again at Dover. Nice restart there for the 32. Caden Honeycutt right behind him as well. He's going to try to make a power move down the back stretch. He's getting a nice run, you see there. Coming right up to him. Gonna look into turn 3, not quite enough. Going to the battle for 3rd, we have Adam de Blasio and Chris James. Coming off of turn 4, looks like de Blasio will have the run. Down the back stretch. Coming off of turn 4 is still de Blasio. The 88 gonna look to the inside of Chris James. As we turn our attention to the battle for the lead, Caden Honeycutt right behind the 32. He lost the position in pit road. He's gonna try to get it back. Coming off of 4, he's going to look to the inside, going down into turn 1. His nose is there. Will he be able to succeed in passing the 32? Down the back stretch. Oh, he slid up the track. Caden Honeycutt going to lose ground on Hustad. Going back to the battle for 3rd as the lead has cooled off. Logan was able to get around the 82 Chris James. Now Thomas Harmon looks to take away 5th from the 82 Chris James. Looks like Honeycutt's gonna have another run after 32. After that minor slip up he had, we'll see if he's able to make anything of it. Hustad holding tough. Coming off the turn 4, looking at the lap times, they were very identical, both of them running 23.2s. Neither man really came on the score. As you see, John Theodore up to 6th place. Theodore having a nice run. He's trying to crack the top 5, started all the way in the 13th position. Riding along with John Theodore as he's going to have a nice run on the 82. Chris James down the back stretch going into turn 3. Not quite enough to have his nose to the inside, but he's all over the back there. Looking at the last lap time, John Theodore a little bit quicker than Chris James there. Honeycutt still trying to get around the 32. So contact there with the 27 and the 8. All is well though. Peter trying to get around the 82, but Chris James just making it tough for him. He wants to keep that 50. As they always make contact again, coming off the turn 4. Theodore are gonna have to settle him behind him. It's Honeycutt to the inside of Wade Hustad. Might be able to pass him off with 4. Looks like he'll clear him. Honeycutt to the lane once again. Ooh, big win there by 27. Honeycutt steadily pulling away now from Hustad, adding the black here. Going to try to take second away from Hustad if he can't catch him. Right behind them is the 88. Looks like he messed up his entry, so one pulls away from him coming off the turn 4. This will be for an 8th position. back up front. These four drivers all within a few comments of each other as de Blasio is going to try to take second away from Bistad. Battle continues to rage on. Logan patiently waiting behind him, and you can see John Dewar has worked his way into 5th place. Thomas Norman trying to get around the 82 Chris James, now that'd be for 6th. Big wiggle there by the 25 down back there. Looks like Logan actually clipped the wall there as he's falling back a little bit. You see some damage there in the right place, so he did in fact clip the wall. We'll see if that affects him. Back to 11th place, Mike Springer. Right now, he's 41. They're trying to battle with the 48th. That'd be for 10th. Back up front, waiting instead. Steadily behind Taylor, but Taylor has not been able to pull away at all. You can see Wade getting right up to the bumper. All four of these drivers driving exactly identical lap times. Looks like 22 Justin Rhodey was involved in that first incident we had. This might be a wheel. like getting a little bit. Managed about a 3/10 gap now over Wade Houston. We're now 25% complete at Dover. 50 laps complete. Hunter world leader, followed by Wade Houston, Adam Blasio, Logan McNally, and John Theodore round out the top 5. Batting 6 is between Thomas Homer and Chris James. Wow, both drivers getting very loose off the corner there. Special touch down on pit road. And he missed a pit stall. That's going to hurt him with valuable time. He has a lot of right front damage. Let's see if we can take a look at his previous lap. Looks like he hit the wall there. That's going to put him a couple laps down. As Honeycutt continues to pull away, he's got hanging on to second. De Blasio is trying to take second away from him. As you see, John Theodore is slowly creeping into this battle. Guys are slowly getting spread out now. Not much of a battle going on. Big wheel there, but big two. Bill Edwards has come down pit road. Theodore slowly wheeling in the 88s, trying to take that 4th spot away. As Bill Edwards has been on pit road for a long time now, as we take a look. He doesn't look to have too much damage, but almost 30-second pit stop time. That's going to put him at least 2 laps down. Caden Honeycutt has a 2.5-second lead over Wade Houston. That's about a full straightaway. Theodore continues to wheel in the 88. He's trying to make it past 88. Looks like he got a bit loose coming off the corner. That's going to open the door for Theodore on the outside. Really struggling now as Theodore's able to get around him. Dress drivers can do is the 75 low is about the 88. Now he's going to catch the 27 entering turn 3. Looks like Chris Lucky has blown up. He's crawling into pit road. He's going to be able to avoid the caution by crossing that line. That's good for him. Good on his part for not bringing out the caution. Unfortunate start for his round 2 playoffs. However, he's going to have to probably rely on a win now at either Talladega or Kansas. Battle for 5th has begun. for green flag pit stops. 75 laps have been completed. Springer and Chris James is both on pit road. Because you're lucky to come down pit road. You can see the 37 now passing him. Off to almost a 4-second lead Caden Honeycutt has. You said de Blasio, Lido all in, and it's up to Honeycutt, Harmon, Logan, McNally, Pitt. Everybody else has. Honeycutt's going to stay an extra lap. Looks like Harmon's going to pit as the 88 almost ran into Bagman. Drivers still in pit. Honeycutt still has yet to pit, as you see the front two Musil go around him to get another lap back. Honeycutt hoping for caution at this point, pin everybody a lap down. 68 of Harmon gonna get his lap back as they go through one. Here comes Honeycutt to pit. Let's see if 88 decides to pit, if he's going to stay out and try to lead a lap. Nope, he's coming in now. So both leaders are pitting at this time. We'll see if Hustad's able to get by the 37 by the time he comes off the pit road. Wade Hustad's the new leader. De Blasio up to second. John Theodore up top three at this time. They all have over 10 laps more than what Caden Honeycutt will have, so Honeycutt will be a bit faster by the time he's back up to speed. As you see him now coming off of turn 4, he's back in the 8th position. We'll keep an eye on what kind of lap times he's setting on these stretch tires compared to the leaders. Last lap, Wade Hustad ran a 23.5 and Caden Honeycutt ran a 22.5, so about a second faster Caden Honeycutt is on those fresher tires. As you see, he's about to get around the 68 of Harmon. That'll be for 7th. Nice group of guys right here. Honeycutt going to be passing all of them shortly. As you see him in the picture now getting around the 22 Musil. Going to look to the inside of Mike Springer. That would be for 6th place. Chris James in front of him will be for 5th. Honeycutt is a man on a mission. Springer trying to go around Chris James. Springer having a very consistent run right here at Dover. Checking in on Caden Honeycutt. He is now up to 4th, cruising along. Next up would be John Theodore for 3rd. As we take a look through his windshield, you can see John Theodore right there in the middle of 1 and 2 now. Honeycutt's a man on a mission. As you see, De Blasio currently in 2nd, next in line for Honeycutt to get around. Honeycutt's closed about 10 seconds to the lead of Wade Hustad since he pitted. We're now past the halfway point. 200 laps tonight for the Dover 200 for the Dynasty Racing League Cup Series. Race number 4 of the 2019 playoffs. The first race of the 2nd round. Taking a look at our point standings. This was prior to tonight. You see that blue cutoff line. The 12 drivers above the line are those still competing for the championship. 4 drivers will be eliminated after the 3rd race in the 2nd round. After the 2nd round ends, we have 8, and then after 3 more races, we have 4 drivers to compete at Homestead for a 1-race shootout. As you see, Caden Honeycutt in the picture making a pass on Adam De Blasio. Very quickly able to get around him. Now he sets his sights about 5 seconds behind Wade Hustad. As I was saying, the 2nd race in this round will be at Talladega for the Alabama 250. That is October 14th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. 94 laps. Be sure to tune in for that one. Anything can happen. Anybody can win at Talladega. Looks like Spencer Tartt has decided to end his night. He's currently 55 laps down. Not really sure what happened to him. But if Chris Lucky's able to get back on track and pass Spencer, that's another point he'll have to try to help him for the remaining 2 races in this playoffs. Less than 2 seconds now is the gap between Honeycutt and Wade Hustad. Only 1 caution up to this point. And it was from multi-car wreck involving John Mullins, Chris Lucky, and Dustin Musil. Less than 4/10 of a second now. Honeycutt should have the lead within 2 laps. His lap times about 2/10 faster than Wade Hustad's. To the inside. Caden Honeycutt once again your leader. As you see him begin to pull away from Wade Hustad. Looking through the field, but not a whole lot of battles are happening. You see the 88 and the 82 looks to be the closest battle we have on track. This is for the 7th position. To the inside, the 88 is going to get around to Chris James. Chris James is holding tough, however. I'm not quite sure if he'll be able to complete the pass. Coming off of turn 2. Logan's inching ahead, but the 82 still there. A little wiggle there by the 88. Gives Chris James the advantage back into 3. 82 hanging tough on that outside. 88 should be able to clear him if he can keep the throttle down coming off of turn 2. Looks like he will be able to do just that. Logan's now up to 7th. Checking in on John Theodore. He's currently in 4th. He started all the way back in that 13th position. He's having himself quite a run. Less than a second is the gap between de Blasio and Theodore. Theodore about a 10th quicker than de Blasio. Honeycutt's advantage 3 seconds over way to use that. Then you'd have to go back 10, almost 11 seconds to find de Blasio. There goes Silver sprinting to the inside, letting the lead lap cars go around him. punting the 25, looking to get third place. This would be quite a showing for John Theodore if he's able to pick up the podium for the first race in the second round of these playoffs. Theodore down to pit road. This comes with less than 60 laps to go. Harmon, Butch Benjamin also down to pit. Hustad, de Blasio, everybody's coming down to pit. I see Hustad getting passed by Honeycutt to go 2 laps down. He'll easily get back around him. Caden and Logan are the only 2 drivers yet to pit. Caden has a 20-second lead over Logan. And then third place is Wade Hustad, who's 1 lap down. Behind them, we see the Theodore and Blasio battling with Richard Lucky. This is currently the battle for 4th between these 3 drivers, as they're all going to get around the 37 of Caden. Blasio was able to get around the 41. Looks like Theodore is stuck behind Richard Lucky. As you know, before pit stop cycle, it was Theodore chasing down the Blasio. As Logan's finally come down pit road, it's going to be Wade Hustad back to the lead with less than 50 laps to go. Caden Hunt currently second. Less than 9 seconds to the lead of Wade Hustad. A caution would really shake things up with less than 50 laps to go. We see Richard Lucky holding strong against John Theodore. This is the battle for fourth. Person we haven't really mentioned a whole lot of is Taylor Bridges Benjamin. Currently in the 10th position, he's chasing down Mike Springer. That'd be for 9th. Right behind them is Chris Lucky. You see all that damage on the front of the 77. That was due to that incident earlier in this race. The only caution we've had this race involving Chris Lucky, John Mullins, and Dustin Musil. Laps to go. He had Dover. Hustad with a 4-second lead over Caden Honeycutt. And you see Chris James is about to go 1 lap down. All over the back bumper of the 82. He's not giving it up easy. Caden Honeycutt's entering the picture. About a second now separates him from the leader with 35 laps to go. Taking a look from the back from 32, Caden Honeycutt closing rapidly. To the inside goes Honeycutt. He's going to try the outside. I don't know how that's going to work with that wall. He had to slow it up a lot. He's going to try it again through 3 to the inside. Now goes Honeycutt. Looks like Hustad's going to give it to him. 37 slides up in front of 32, and he's now your new leader with 31 laps to go. See Chris Lucky off the track surface on the apron there. Looks like he's having a bit of trouble. It's been a rough night for that 77. As you take a look at the battle for fourth still going on, Theodore and Richard Lucky are at a stalemate. De Blasio just in front of them in third. Laps are winding down for the leader, Caden Honeycutt. The last thing he wants to see is a caution flag. Let's just see Taylor Benjamin about to go another lap down. Driver we haven't really said a whole lot about is Bill Edwards, currently in 11th position, started in 9th. Hasn't had much of a night. He's been consistently running around the 10th position. Getting as much practice as he can for tomorrow night's race for the Grand National Series. Caden Honeycutt coming to 20 laps to go. Five seconds is now the advantage Caden Honeycutt has over second place. Wade Husted has a comfortable 10 seconds over third place Adam de Blasio. And then de Blasio is only about 4/10 in front of Richard Lucky and John Theodore. The battle for third is pretty intense with these three drivers. Looking at lap times, Richard Lucky was a 10th faster than Adam de Blasio that last lap. Richard Lucky getting right to the back bumper of that 25. 15 laps to go. He's trying to get himself a podium finish. This is a great points night for the 41. Getting right up to the back end of that 25. To the inside, down in turn one goes Richard Lucky. He's going to try to take that third position away. Oh, he might have made some contact there with the 25. The 25 has to go way up the track. Let's see if we can see that one more turn. Going in turn one. It might have been a little bit of neck code. I didn't see any actual contact between the two. One more time. Down in turn one. Yeah, either the 25 got nervous or maybe some neck code happened, but there was no contact between those two drivers. Caden Honeycutt coming through turns 3 and 4. He's going to be 10 laps to go at Dover. keep our eye right here on this battle between the 25 and the 27. Got a couple lap cars involved. Looks like the 22 is going to let it all by. And then you got Bill Edwards, who's currently in 11th in the mix. Right behind John Theodore, you have Thomas Harmon. He's trying to get top 5 out of this. He's currently 6th. If he can get around that 27 in the closing lap, he'll have himself a nice top 5. Coming 5 laps to go for Caden Honeycutt. Theodore all over the back bump of the 25 of de Blasio. Oh, they almost made contact through 1 and 2. Theodore dove it in there. Three laps to go for Caden Honeycutt. Down into 1 goes Theodore to the inside of the 25. Side by side down the backstretch. Into 2 and 3. Looks like Theodore might have it, but while all this is going on, Thomas Harmon is close to the door on these 2 drivers. He might be able to get around both of them. White flag is out for Caden Honeycutt, but we're going to stay right here for this battle. Theodore is able to get around the 25. Harmon's able to get around the 25. Bill Edwards will as well, but Bill Edwards is not for position. So de Blasio losing 2 positions on the final lap. Going to our leader, Caden Honeycutt. He hits the wall off turn 4, but he's able to keep it straight, and he will win at Dover. Going to do a celebratory drift through 1 and 2. Going to Wade Hustad, he's getting 2nd. He's going to do a drift as well. Richard Lucky coming off of turn 4. He'll finish podium. A nice run there for the 41. Theodore 4th. Harmon 5th. De Blasio 6th. Going to our race winner, Caden Honeycutt, as he burns it down on the front stretch. Nice burnout there, about 37. Let's see if we can pull him in for an interview. sure if he's in the Discord at the moment. Let's see if we can give him a second to join. While Caden joins the Discord, let's see if we can pull in second place finisher Wade Husted. Hey Wade Husted, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yeah, I do.
Well, second place tonight, Caden Honeycutt seemed to be the car to be on the long run. Do you think you would have had anything for him if we had a second caution?
That was really my only hope tonight. Starting off, him and I were talking about saving tires, and I thought I was able to save behind him. But after about 20 or 30 laps, he just kind of took off on me. So it kind of pays to be out front. That clean air is something to be said about getting that. But man, I tell you what, after that second pit cycle, I don't think I lost too much time that second round. But after we pit that third time, and he was gone. He was gone with about 30 laps to go. So needed that yellow, like you said. And I think that would have been the only chance.
Well, you do have a comfortable point advantage going into this race. A great points night here tonight. It wasn't the win that will lock you in, but going into Talladega and Kansas, if you have a little bit of a bad race at either one of them, I think you'll still be all right for round number 3. Going to Talladega, do you have any plans, teammates, any idea on what you're going to be doing for 94 laps?
Honest to God, I haven't thought too much about it. To be honest, though, I really think we could lose enough points in the next 2 races if we have some bad luck. So I think the game plan is going to be maybe hang out back and keep the car clean closer to the end and see if it comes down to either pit strategy with the gas or if it's just going to be an all-out shootout with trying to get to the front. So I'm going to lay low and take it easy. Again, it's going to come down to the car count too to see how many cars we got to see what happens. So we'll see what next week brings.
Alrighty, well, before we let you go, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give us?
Yeah, I just want to thank you guys in the booth for everything you do, and congrats to Caden on that win. He really mopped us up tonight. Can't really say too much about that performance. Nobody had anything for him, and just as to our Fatal Concepts for the paint jobs they do, and I just want to say my prayers are out there for James Lorello and his family this week.
Alrighty, Wade, well, we're going to let you go. Looking forward to seeing you at Talladega. If you could, I don't see Caden in the Discord. If you can queue up in the iRacing channel to tell him to join so we can get him an interview, that'd be awesome.
You got it. I'll
But
take care of that, man.
have a great night, fantastic run, and we'll talk
Yeah,
to you
thanks, man.
then.
Take care.
You too. That was Wade Husted finishing second tonight. He started on the pole. Let's see if we can grab Richard Lucky for his third place interview before we pull in the winner. Hey, Richard Lucky, this is the broadcast booth. You have a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
Congratulations on a top 3 finish. A great points night here tonight for you. Going into the unknown of Talladega and then Kansas for the third race in the second round. What are your expectations going into the next 2 races?
I don't really know. I mean, running with this crowd, they're all really, really fast. So if I just keep knocking down top fives, that's about all I can do. I think for me to try to win with these guys is asking a bit much. So I'm just going to keep trying to put myself in a top 5 situation and just see how it all plays out.
Well, unfortunately for your brother, he didn't have that great of a night. Ended up in that first and only caution we had. But you two have something that the rest of the field doesn't, and that's brothers in the field going into Talladega. You two plan on working together and try to get at least one of you a victory to secure your position into the third round of the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really talked about it, but I know we're going to end up trying to work together. But there's a lot of other teammates out there working together too. So uh, I don't know. We'll just see what happens. Hopefully, I can just finish that race. I'm not looking forward to that one. I just want to get in and out of there, and as long as I don't get wrecked, I'll probably be happy.
Yeah, that's true. A lot of things can happen at Talladega in a blink of an eye. Before we let you go, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give out?
Yeah, I just want to thank my brother for being my teammate, and thank you for doing the broadcast, and everybody at DRL for working hard to give us somewhere to race. Thank you.
Alrighty, Richard. Congratulations on your top three finish. Heck of a drive, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, James.
Richard Lucky with a great third place finish tonight. Let's see if we can get Caden Honeycutt finally into the victory lane. Gonna pull him in, and here is the race winner, Caden Honeycutt. Caden, you have a copy?
Yes, sir.
Well, Caden, a heck of a drive for you. Looked like you had the long run speed that nobody else could have had, winning by almost 8 seconds over Wade Hustad. Walk us through your race.
Well, it was kind of weird. I thought everyone pitted really, really early. In the first fuel run, they pitted with I think the first guy pitted with 20 laps left on fuel, and Wade and them pitted with like 10 or 15 laps left on fuel, and I pitted with 1 lap left on gas. And from racing NAIS races and previous races, I was I took the things I learned from the pro people, and I really knew that tires were huge. They were a big thing here at the racetrack at Dover, especially on the long run of a series of runs. So I knew if I pitted later and later than everyone else, I would have better tires. And those 2 stops that we did, it obviously it worked, thank goodness. But yeah, I mean it was really action packed. I was really worried with me doing that strategy there would be a caution somewhere in that vicinity of the first stop or the second stop, so that would have really bit me if that would have happened. But but yeah, it was really fun. It was Dover. I've enjoyed this racetrack with this kind of package for once.
Yeah, we noticed when you were 10 lap fresher tires by the time you came out of the pit stop cycle, you were about a second faster than everybody else on the track. So the fresh tires, as you said, definitely was a huge advantage for you in being able to catch back up to the lead and pass Wade for the lead once again after it was maybe 10 laps it took you to get back to the lead on those fresh tires. And you were able to play spoiler tonight. You not being a playoff driver, you kept any of the 12 playoff drivers from getting the win and locking themselves into the third round. Next week we go to Talladega and then we go to Kansas. What are your thoughts on the remaining races of round number two?
Well, I forgot it's the playoff time, so yeah, anyone not winning tonight is going to be in a bad spot at Talladega for anyone in the playoff bubble. So I feel bad for everyone that's got to race Talladega and you know not win. If the big one will happen, it's just win and how many people it'll take out. But Kansas is going to be a restrictor plate racetrack as well. You kind of can save your tires there, but eventually everyone stacks up nose to nose, bumper to bumper, and we're pushing each other around that track. Unfortunately, also so yeah, it can happen in both Talladega and Kansas. So we'll just have to see how it goes.
Alrighty, well, before we let you go, Caden, do you have any shout outs you'd like to give out?
Thank you, James, for doing the broadcast tonight and keeping DRL up and going. We really appreciate what you done. Thank you to the viewers that are watching. Thank you everyone that came out tonight in the Cup Series. Hopefully, you have a good turnout tomorrow and next weekend in the full Talladega races for Cup, Xfinity, and Truck. So it ought to be a good week next week for everybody. Hope everybody comes out and hangs out and have some good Alabama racing.
Absolutely, it's going to be one to watch. See how the playoffs shake out after the race, And looking forward to seeing you compete and hopefully pick up another win and spoil the party once again for these playoff drivers.
Yeah, it's definitely not intentional, but I'm not coming around to putty around in second or in the middle of the pack. So yeah. So if someone's in a big playoff spot, I won't force the issue and destroy their race car. I'll eventually probably maybe even help them, to be honest. But yeah, we'll just keep that in mind going to the next few races. If it plays out, plays out. We'll just see how it goes for the rest of them after Talladega.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations once again, Caden, on your dominant win here at Dover. Have a great night and look forward to seeing you at Talladega.
Heck yeah, man. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. Have a good one.
You too, bud.
And that was the race winner, Caden Honeycutt. What a dominant performance he had tonight. Let's see if we can take a quick look at our unofficial results. We have Caden Honeycutt, who we just spoke to, leading a impressive 134 laps. Finishing second was Wade Hustad, leading 64 laps. Richard Lucky third. John Theodore, what a run for him, coming home fourth. Thomas Harmon gets the top five finish. Adam de Blasio sixth. Logan McNally seventh, leading one lap. Chris James eighth. Mike Springer leading one lap. He comes home ninth. And Taylor Butcher Benjamin rounds out the top 10. Bill Edwards comes home 11th. Dustin Musil caught up in that first wreck, 38 laps down, comes home 12th. Chris Lucky 13th, was also involved in that first incident. Spencer Sharp 14th, John Mullins 15th, and Dakota Wilkins was race control tonight. The next race for the Dynasty Racing League Cup Series will be the Alabama 250 at Talladega Superspeedway. That is Monday, October 14th at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That is 94 laps on the biggest track on the NASCAR circuit, 2.66 miles. The next broadcast for DRL TV will be the Dynasty Racing League Grand National Series Dover International Speedway 175. That's 175 laps back here at Dover on the concrete Monster Mile. That is October 8th, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I hope you guys can enjoy that one as well. Taking a look at the point standings. This was prior to tonight. Wade Hustad with a 26-point advantage over those with 3,000 points. Thomas Harmon second, Logan third, Chris Lucky, Richard Lucky fourth and fifth, Chris James sixth, Mike Springer seventh, Taylor Butcher Benjamin eighth, Spencer Sharp ninth, John Theodore 10th, Jim Rushfield, who did not make it tonight, so that's going to be a big impact on his points tonight, and Dustin Musil. Those 12 drivers will be battling it out at Talladega and Kansas to see who will advance to the third round in the playoffs. It's going to be a tight one at the end of Kansas, so look forward to seeing what plays out by the end of Kansas. Taking a look at the credits, thank you to everybody that makes Dynasty Racing League possible. James Pandolf, owner, financial, and marketing. Thank you to Martin Wendell and Jordan Gonzalez for graphics and technical support. Thank you to all the broadcasters. David Wellborn Jr., Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Martin Wendell, Getty Buckner, James Pandolf, Ryan Branch, who did the Cup Series early in the year, and all the special guests we've had. Thank you to all the race controllers, Martin Wenzel, Getty Buckner, James Pandolf, Robbie Armstrong, Dakota Wilkins, Ryan Hesgard, Jeremy Hebel, Richard Springer, Eric Willerholtz, and David Wright, who's been doing the Truck Series. Thank you to all the admins, James Pandolf, Getty Buckner, Martin Wenzel, Ryan Branch, and David Wellborn Jr. Thank you everybody for tuning in to the Dynasty Racing League Cup Series Dover 200. Congrats once again to Caden Honeycutt, your winner here tonight. Thank you ladies and gentlemen for tuning in, and we'll see you tomorrow night for the Dynasty Racing League Grand National Series race at Dover. Have a great night everyone.